All right, this is the entity that's both interfering with internet while monitoring, which is an unlawful obstruction of justice. That's the same city of Ontario that you've seen gang stalking under the fake sun at an engineered light. And my ability to know that they're doing that is called amplification. And these are demons that, again, Paul Leon is engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring. Opening and closing that door is not going to interfere with enjoyment, quiet enjoyment in an apartment. That's a demon. That's the city of Ontario. And I want to be clear right now, the entity is intentionally stalking the path. The entity is stalking with amplified audible activity. And this is Paul Leon's office engaging in federal group stalking, monitoring 1478350, light activity, audible activity, crossing path, and amplification, federal prison. That's Paul Leon. That's Paul Leon's office, and that's the municipality gang stalking. And they're doing so typically while the fake sun is over. This is light activity, and also peculiarized while they're at the same time interfering with internet operation. They're going to federal prison. That's P.O.C. That's a demon. That's a demon. That's P.O.C. And this is pacing. This is pacing. This is what they were doing under the fake sun, as I documented Ontario police gang stalking, and then the city of Ontario came. This is what they do on a cloudy day. This is what they were doing while they were monitoring me in the bathroom. Yesterday, city of Ontario was at the 7-Eleven in the perimeter with light activity, and this is pacing. And they are monitoring. They're monitoring. And they're simultaneously interfering with internet operation, and that's an unlawful threat to your life. Okay, and they are subject to that same prosecution while the entity is engaged in cackling like demons who don't have to speak English. You're witnessing demon possession. And this is an entity that's engaged in that P.O.C. with the city of Ontario. That's the state. And that amplification of audible activity is for the gang stalkers of those who are on the property. Okay, that's the P.O.C. It's currently, again, 8:04 a.m. The laughter of what are those who are being documented, this is what Tracy Banks was doing. That's a demon that's engaging in what is laughter regarding what they know that is being documented right now. And the amplification of the dumpster is what is served for monitoring me inside my apartment while the entity is in real time interfering with the ability to access Wi-Fi on Tracy Banks's internet, which again, the entity is hostile to what I've been publishing, very damning evidence. This is an ongoing unlawful threat to your life for which federal prison is mandated. RGS employees are going to mental asylums. Paul Leon's being removed from office. You're seeing the municipality gang stalking and facilitating it, and doing so with impunity while obstructing justice. It's not an internet failure. It's an interference with the ability to publish evidence while the entity is monitoring that evidence in real time. That's the state interfering and obstructing justice. It is currently, again, 8:05 a.m. And the entity is amplifying inside of the apartment what is the sound of the crashing dumpsters, and they're doing so pursuant to knowledge about what I'm doing. They're, as City of Ontario is here to monitor me, and they're doing so in this specific environment. So let me show you what is the specific environment inside of Tracy Banks' apartment on a cloudy day like you see. And here is the engineered light that frames the front door in the same manner it does under the fake sun during the day. Let me turn the television off because it's not light from the television. This is impossible light activity that is framing the front door, and the entity is in real time, which I'm going to publish this. This is relevant to the entity that is aware, as I'm speaking to the federal government, that is watching and permitting the state, that is engaging in the pattern of conduct with the state, seeking to conceal evidence, suppressing it online, like I expounded upon on the podcast, which is already published online, and in real time engaging in what is that ongoing pattern of conduct, and the inability to access the internet, and while I'm in operation of troubleshooting that, the City of Ontario inside of this apartment, where engineered light that is manifesting in the dark, light that is occurring, that's not shooting through some closed blinds under window coverings, the product of any sort of sunlight. It's a cloudy day where demons who are monitoring are cackling. Those are cackling demons. RGS is engaged in gang stalking with the City of Ontario, and all of the same defendants are going to prison and mental asylums. And this is an entity that is fearful of its exposure and is still seeking to suppress what they're continuously engaging in while engaging in it, and that is by interfering with internet operation. Okay, this is the same demon, Tracy Banks. Her internet failure is a means of criminal obstruction of justice by the entire entity that's targeting me in her apartment, where I use the internet in order to expose the ongoing threat to my life and safety. All right, and this is while the federal government that's fully aware of and engaged and interested in maintaining that bubble, if you will, in order to conceal this evidence. I will be publishing it online, and this is going toward the unlawful threat that the federal government hereby poses while engaging in federal group stalking, monitoring, and suppressing evidence with the intent to obstruct justice. And Paul Leon is being removed from office while you're seeing Paul Leon's office. That's the City of Ontario, gang stalking and exhibiting demon possession in the specific environment. Criminally interfering with quiet enjoyment, which AVANATH Capital Management is going to be prosecuted for. This is P.O.C. at 8:07 a.m.